All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start this right now. Welcome everybody. This is LB the Realist with Surrealistic Studio Surreal News, where the realists are real, and it gets most surreal, folks. So, yesterday, babysitting my granddaughter, um, and I'm scrolling through Twitter or whatever, and I noticed that Ana Kasparian of TYT is back at it again, doubling and tripling down on calling Aaron Matei a paid Russian. Well, not in those words, really. She says she doesn't know whether or not if Aaron is being paid by Russia because the Gray Zone, the company that Aaron works for, is not transparent about their funding. So naturally, I chime in, and a little bit later, I find out that Anna Kasparian of TYT blocks me. She didn't block me, y'all. She didn't block me. I'm out the club. I'm out the group. It's the big club, and you ain't in it. Well, I ain't in it apparently. So instead of engaging me in political discussion and dialogue, she wanted to go ahead and block me completely. Wow. Okay. Okay, Anna. Fine. You know what I'm saying? And it seems to be a reoccurring thing. So I think she kicked me out of her club, but I just joined another club, and that's the club of Anna Kasparian blocking me on Twitter. So I joined that club. That's crazy. Anna blocked you. Best reference I could think. I got my badge of honor, y'all. So Anna Kasparian blocked me. I guess I must be doing something right. I must be doing something right, y'all. Oh man. So I thought that was funny. Anna Kasparian blocked me on Twitter. She doesn't want to have the tough conversation. She doesn't want to entertain anybody's dissenting opinion. And I don't know why anybody wouldn't have a problem with that. Congrats. Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, I don't understand why people just can't have conversations. They just resort to blocking you. Like they just don't want to hear anything. Like, no, no, you're like la 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 I can't hear you. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. But okay, whatever. We'll move on from that one. Because a little bit after that, I found out that the legendary Jimmy Dore actually shared my video on Twitter. Nice, nice. He shared the one when I was talking about Kyle, basically what Kyle Kalinske missed from the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys haven't seen that video, I'm pretty sure you have. If you haven't, go ahead and check it out. Check out all my videos. I need the clicks, I need the views. Some of them got like 22 views on the video. I don't know, for whatever reason, the YouTube algorithm is like blessing me all of a sudden. Before I wasn't getting any views. Now all of a sudden I'm getting views. Now given I know that there's a lot of quote unquote TYT drama going on right now. So that could be it. But this isn't the first time, I've reported on stuff like this before. Warner Brother, native brother from Australia. Hey, shout out Australia. Shout out everybody, all my supporters out there, everybody who tuned in today, everybody who tuned in yesterday and all that jazz, everybody who supports me. Um, just the FYI, you know what I'm saying? It's not super easy for me to come out here and do videos, especially doing live streams. It kind of goes against who I am as a person, not any kind of moral ethics. I mean, it just feels weird. Hold on, let me read that comment. Bro, I kept commenting that you kept calling the allegations sexual assault. Yeah, they're allegations of sexual assault. I don't believe it's sexual assault, really. Enjoy the moments, surrealistic, but if you get popular, you can bank on them censoring you too. I feel like, yeah, I mean, for sure. For sure. I honestly felt like I was being censored already because of the type of stuff that I was reporting on. I mean, I was reporting on the water protectors back when, the back in Standing Rock when all that was going on and Obama didn't do nothing. He just kind of stayed on the fence on that one. Yeah, like, yeah, I was reporting on that kind of stuff. I was reporting on that was back when we were going through the water war stories, like, heavy, like, so I don't know. I always felt like YouTube had it out for me in other political shows because of the type of stuff that we were reporting on. See, better DJs in that club. As Caitlin Johnson highlighted yesterday, Kasparian likes to spread lies with no facts. She's a monster. And it's crazy because Jank came out in the video, and we'll get to this part in the video that I want to play for you guys here so you guys can listen at least. They like to call people monsters a lot. I mean, they really like to project whatever it is that they must be feeling inside to everybody else. It's your news that a Haitian U.S. backed president was killed. I did hear about that. She down some serious work on her Twitter feed. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did hear about that. But they like to project all this negative energy. And one thing that I wanted to point out that I think everybody should pay close attention to is how cavalier they are. Just how cavalier. Remember how cavalier Jank of the Young Turks was in when he was using the N bomb? He was throwing that around like nothing. You know, just flippantly using the N word as if he has any kind of right or excuse. You know, let me get off that. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like they have the audacity to really talk about, oh, you know, the left is divided and we need to be coming together and all that stuff. But they're the ones that are dividing us. They're the ones that are. Jank is talking about, oh, you know, all left, calling people all left. I don't even know if I'm including this. Should I feel offended, y'all? Should I be offended? He called people alt left. I don't even know how to take that. Maybe I should take that like a badge too, because man, it's crazy. Karen Kasparian, yeah. Uyghur looks wiped out from all his slander and evil doing. He may not live to his 50th birthday at this rate. Oh man. So I didn't like that. I don't like the fact that they're really so in division between, you know, the people. And it doesn't have to be that way. It really doesn't have to be that way, folks. I don't think that us talking about the issues, us talking about why it's important for us to call stuff out, I don't think that's so in division at all. I don't think Jimmy Dore trying to defend himself, I don't think that's, you know, division. Excuse me. I don't think none of that is on point. Not at all. Crank is sellout. Both sides are melting down. Yeah, and I really think that we gotta focus on what matters as far as the progressive movement. For sure. One thing I did agree with Jank on is that we need to focus on what really matters, and that's really, you know, getting meaningful policies enacted and getting our agenda completed. You know what I'm saying? Making shit happen. Oh, excuse me. Making stuff happen. But you can't do that if not everybody's on the same mental page. You know, why is it that all it takes for something to disrupt the movement and to cause this much of an issue is something as simple as Jimmy Dore explaining his nice news skirt comment? Because now it's not even about the nice news skirt comment now. That's not even what it's about anymore. They took that, hijacked it, and took it to, now we're mad at you because of the way you responded to what Anna thought or was trying to weaponize as sexual assault. It's like, it's all a distraction, folks, and I swear that's all I keep seeing. I just keep seeing one big distraction. Because we're not talking about the stories, and they claim they want to just talk about the stories and talk about the substance and policy, but they have no issue with smearing award-winning journalists, like just cavalier, just, and they did it, and they doubled and tripled and quadrupled down today and yesterday. You know, they just keep going with the smears. They won't stop. Now they go as far as to calling Jimmy Dore and people that don't disagree, or people that don't agree with them, monsters. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's called corporate capitalist Orwellian dystopia. Yeah, nice news hats. Now I'm triggered. I'm triggered. How can I send you a donation? Yo, realist, thanks for your work. I appreciate everybody that wants to support. I'll put my Patreon link in the description below if you guys want to. I'm not coming out here and begging you guys for money, but if you guys want to support what I'm doing here, it's in the description below. For whatever reason, when I do live, it was pulling up all my old information and it would automatically post it on there. So I had to go to, I had to go into the settings and change. I had to erase all that stupid stuff that I had before when like 3 years ago when I was doing videos. And right now I don't have anything else but the Patreon. But if you guys are interested, it is there. I got a couple of people that like what I do and support. Shout you guys out. Shout out Gail. Shout out Keith. Appreciate you guys. Shout out my beautiful wife, Angel Bowens. I love you. So we're gonna go on to the next part of what I want to talk about here. Hold on, I'll read this comment. Joe Hickey, division comes if you don't discuss. An issue arises and then the movement splits. This is the correct way to deal with this. So well done to you, and boo sucks to them. Hijacking hashtag me too will not wash. Anna's just mad because she hates being wrong. Yeah, I feel you guys. Exactly. Exactly. So the next part of what I wanted to get to was Jimmy Dore actually caught wind of my video and he shared it. He shared it on Twitter, and it felt good. I was like, oh man, that's wow. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. I always knew when I come out here and when I came out here and did videos that you never knew who was watching. So I kind of always carried myself like that. But at the same time, I didn't think that it was gonna like pop, 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 take off like that. So it was kind of intimidating. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of intimidating. But it's cool. I got people saying that I should try to get Jimmy Dore on the show. I don't even know how to do all that. I know somebody said download Skype and then you can just do it from there. It's on my phone, and then my phone overheats and stuff. Jake the Flame, all you're doing is contributing to leftist infighting. I'm not trying to contribute to no leftist infighting. I'm not fighting with anybody. I'm not fighting with nobody. My fists are down, sir. My fists are down. All I'm doing is making videos. That's it. That's it. I'm informing people of what's going on. That's it. I'm not dragging Kyle Kalinske through the mud. At least I don't think I'm dragging Kyle Kalinske through the mud. Kyle Kalinske is one of my favorite YouTubers. But I feel as though it's important to be able to call out your favorite YouTubers, because if you don't, then the next person who does is going to do it, and they're not going to have pure intentions when they do it. They're going to do it to actually try to tear down the leftist movement. I'm in the leftist movement. I'm doing it to make sure that we're straight on the road that we need to be on. We can't keep fighting about little stuff like this and then letting people throw wrenches in the movement, like Me Too politics and stuff that's not like slut shaming. Like, okay, if you want to believe that Jimmy Dore is an arsehole, and I said it that way on purpose. If you want to believe that he's just not too nice, then that's fine. You can believe that, but don't go around and trying to make a small situation between friends. Don't try to make it seem as though that's something that is not. And then when people call, when they get called out on this, they say we're sowing division. No, we're not sowing division. We're calling something that's obvious out. How are you not going to call out the smearing of a journalist with no evidence or facts to base, not based in reality? Drop Kyle and sub to you and Hinkle. Y'all are way better. Thank you. I appreciate it. From anonymous commentator or commenter. Yeah. Thank you. LB is one of the classiest left hosts. I appreciate that, Nathan. There's a few people who are on the left that actually stick to their principles. Jimmy has been completely consistent being anti-war, anti-establishment, and pro-whistleblower. Others, not so much. Yeah. And it sucks when you really like a YouTuber, you really like what they're doing, and then you find out that they get a big check from somebody, and then, you know what I'm saying, they're pro-war, or, you see them not covering the stuff that you like, that you think that they should absolutely be covering. Like, it's one thing if because a lot of people get mad at certain YouTubers for not covering certain stories that they think is important. What you guys got to understand is that, there's a plethora of stuff that is always going on. Every single day, there's always somebody dying, somebody being tortured, somebody being raped, somebody being sexually assaulted. It gets to a point where you need to kind of pace yourself. And you can't fix all of the world's problems at once. You have to take one problem at a time. That's why you got different YouTubers that focus on different things. You have certain YouTubers that focus on Medicare for all. You have certain YouTubers that focus on the fight for 15. You have certain YouTubers that focus on, going after Democrats. You have certain YouTubers that do the opposite and go after Republicans. We need everybody in this fight. And that's why I don't agree when people say, hey, we got to rally the troops. We do need to rally the troops so we can fight the right. No, see, I'm not trying to fight with the right, or I want to convince as many people as I can so that we, the people, can come together. I'm not falling for that anymore, because I got plenty of people that are on the right that watch me, that watch this channel and love what I do just because I'm genuine and I speak the truth. So I'm not gonna play these left right, no, we're not doing that. That duopoly game, we're not doing that. No. I mean, I have my disagreements with those on the other side. I have plenty of disagreements with those that are supposedly on my side. That's another thing that we need to be aware of, is that people, this whole situation has done two things, and that's what I wanted to bring up. Before I lose my thought, let me go and say the two things. Number one, um, as much as they try to hate, this whole situation is bringing a lot more people together than they realize. And don't let them deflect from that. Don't let them let you forget how a lot of you guys got to my channel. Don't let them minimize that. Don't do it. No. This situation has done a lot of good. A lot of good. It's brought a lot of people to my channel, a lot of other progressive channels out there that for whatever reason in the world, the YouTube guys decided to bless us and let us hit the algorithm in a certain way where more people were alerted to our shows. And I think that's something to be proud of. I think that's something that we can all be proud of. So the more people that hear the message, the more we connect with each other, the better off the movement is. You know what I'm saying? And another thing that this did was it basically alerted the whole movement to a lot of these pro-war views that these so-called progressive news shows have, like TYT. Like, we can't go anywhere as a movement if we have people that are on our side supposedly that aren't actually doing anything to progress us. In fact, what they're doing works in contrary to what we need. They're actively working against us, you know. And sometimes we have to be, all the time we have to be aware of that there are people that say they're on our side, but they are working against us. How do I know this? Well, there's people that call themselves quote unquote progressives. That's why we don't like using the word progressive now, is because so many people started using the word progressive, and then they just it doesn't mean anything anymore, because we know those people aren't progressive, but the people that aren't, they don't know. So people are just seeing, oh, I guess they're progressive. That's what the progressives do, and they're not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? So shut up. Let me go ahead and play this little bit here, because we had a few things that happened. Like I said, Ana Kasparian blocked me on Twitter because she can't handle criticisms, and apparently she's been blocking she's going on a blocking spree, y'all. So if you guys are on the Ana Kasparian block me, if you guys are in the club, raise your hands in the comment section. We got Juice and Punch in the back. You know, Primo Radical, yeah, exactly. He asked the question that Kyle Kalinske didn't want to ask, you know, and that was, do you think that you went too far when describing the situation with Ana Kasparian's skirt? You know, unbelievable. That's crazy to me. So Ana Kasparian blocked me. Jimmy Dore caught wind of my video about Kyle Kalinske and about that whole situation, and he gave me the kudos, said it was a great breakdown, and he shared it to his Twitter. About, what was it, like 8 or 9 hours? What is this now? July 7th. So sometime early today, it looks like Jank from TYT on the Young Turks channel shared a video, and I'm not sure if I should even play the whole video. Maybe I'll do it on another video, on another live. I don't have too much time here, but I wanted to play this part because Jank, he actually calls out Jimmy Dore and Glenn Greenwald. Excuse me, I might add. Let's see, the current feud on the left is showing how desperate people are and looking for honest actors, and Jimmy shouting out people and doing interviews is helping new voices find some footing. Exactly. Jimmy Dore is doing a lot of interviews with a lot of smaller shows, and that's awesome. You don't see that. You don't see a lot of bigger YouTube channels going on a lot of smaller shows. I mean, you see it sometimes, but not all the time. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Rally behind ideas, hide behind labels. Let's see. Okay. So we'll go ahead and play this part here. Jank is going after Jimmy Dore. He's going to call him out on basically talking about the whole Anna skirt situation before there was an Anna skirt situation. All right, so go ahead and take a listen here. I'm hoping I'm loud enough. I'm trying to project my voice. I know that I'm using my phone, so I don't have a camera. This mic is not doing anything. So I'm trying to project as much as I can so you guys can hear me properly. Until I'm able to get a better camera, you know, this is just what it is.
This is December of 2020, okay? So this state secret that apparently that was going to get blackmailed, etc. Jimmy had already admitted. Watch.
One time I was in a news studio, and I won't say who did this, but someone wore such a short... No. Anyway,
You gave me a dirty look last week when I mentioned that. I thought it was funny.
I'm just saying. I've seen newscasters' naked asses in newsrooms. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying whose.
I think that was a nice news skirt.
Yes, a nice news skirt.
Yeah, the only thing worse than a nice news skirt is a nice news thong.
A news thong.
News thong.
It's a news bikini.
A news kini.
I'm doing the news in my news thong. Oh, boy.
The funniest thing is looking at Jank's face when the video ends. That he has, I know you guys, if you watched it, you know exactly the face I'm talking about. It's this stern look. It's like it's a look of disappointment, and I'm about to spread some nonsense. Like, oh my God, this such a self-righteous. Oh man, let me just stop. I don't want to call nobody names or nothing like that, man. It's sad what's going on with TYT. But anyways, he's using this segment as a way of saying, hey, look, Jimmy lied when he said that he didn't want to come out and talk about this situation, because he actually did talk about this situation back in, what was it? What did he say? December of 2020 or something like that. And he joked about it. And then they actually tried to go after Steph, Jimmy's wife, at the same time. They tried to say that, you know, oh, she was just laughing about it in the background. Yeah, let me tell you something, Jank. A lot of people are looking at this situation, and a lot of women are speaking out against this. A lot of women don't agree with the whole framing of this entire argument that the TYT is trying to put out against Jimmy Dore. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something to be mindful of. This isn't like, oh, you know, Jimmy bros, Jimmy Dore and Jimmy bros, and no, quite the opposite. It's just the people, you know, against smear tactics and nonsense. So one thing that I wanted to point out is that when Jimmy Dore did talk about the situation back in December of 2020, whatever he said, he never, him and Steph, that nobody ever said Ana Kasparian's name. Nobody ever said who it was. Now, I don't remember that clip. Maybe I seen it, maybe I didn't. But if you didn't know about the situation, you wouldn't know who they were talking about. You could come up with your own conclusions. Sure, you can make your own assumptions. But they never once said her name. And it's because at the time, it was a non-issue. Now, Jimmy Dore came out after the fact and brought it up again in an effort to be on the defense instead of being on the in an effort to be on the offense instead of being on the defense with this whole slut shaming situation. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't say that loud. Don't get me wrong. Look, I don't agree with people disparaging women or disparaging anybody, making somebody feel super bad because of what they're wearing or anything like that. There is a such thing as professional attire in the workplace. And, you know, you can't set certain standards for one gender and not set the, you know, certain standards for the other one. Like, you have to keep it. It's supposed to be equal. It's supposed to be equal. And now, can you tell me honestly that if Jimmy Dore would have done that at the newsroom, that everybody would have been fine with it? Everybody would have been cool with it? Jimmy flashing his butt, or, you know, is one of the, no, come on now, folks. You know what I'm saying? So when you're out in public, if somebody's disparaging you for what you're wearing, like, of course that deserves to be called out. And it's like, who cares? Like, shut up. Like, of course nobody cares. And they're trying to make it seem as though Jimmy is some, like, uptight right wing, you know, like, oh, women should be covered up from head to toe. And, you know, like, no, that's not what he's saying at all. He was making a joke about a situation that happened between friends at the time. You know what I'm saying? And he made the claim that he thought it was a little risque, that he thought, hey, it was a little inappropriate for the newsroom, for the workplace, for your place of employment. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you guys, be real. be real with yourselves and just take that situation for what it is. It was just Jimmy making a comment about a short skirt that Anna was wearing to, quite frankly, probably be a little risque. You know, that's fine. Nobody's judging you for that, but don't try to weaponize that whole moment later on years down the line because you don't like what Jimmy's saying about you, criticizing and smearing Aaron Monte, saying that he's being paid by Russia. You know, flipping them off all on camera to your 5 million subs. You know, like that was really uncalled for. And that's why Jimmy got so upset because all of that was super uncalled for. And TYT, you got such a raunchy past, Jank. You got such a raunchy past. Are you in any position to be judging Jimmy Dore based on this? Based on this? You know what I'm saying? Another part that irritated me was Kyle Kalinske had the nerve to say that he loved TYT the most when they were like that, when they were like Howard Stern or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? That they were super raunchy and they would show naked pictures of women on their websites and do all that raunchy stuff and revenge porn. And, you know, when Jank was throwing the N-bomb, that's when he loved them the most. And that was really disappointing to hear. You know, don't get me wrong. I like a joke. I could take a joke. I could take a raunchy joke. But this right here, I mean, just projection at its finest. You know, so that's crazy. Jank is going after not only Jimmy Dore, but he's going after Jimmy Dore fans. He's going after Glenn Greenwald now and saying that Glenn Greenwald fabricated in his video that he just did. Glenn Greenwald came out with a video talking about the whole situation. And you guys should check that out, definitely. And basically, it's like they're just flailing everywhere at this point. They're just flailing everywhere. They don't want to talk about the facts. They don't want to talk about the facts that 2 whistleblowers came out and basically said that this was a giant cover-up, that there was no evidence of any chemical weapons attack in Syria. And for breaking that story, Aaron Monte basically gets slandered and he gets flipped off. And then for standing up for Aaron Monte, Jimmy Dore gets slandered and tries to get Me Too'd. You know what I'm saying? Like, Anna blackmails him or tries to blackmail him. You know, and now he's being criticized not for the nice news skirt comment anymore, not for that anymore, but for the way he defended himself in describing that moment. The most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of in my life. But again, this whole situation has done 2 things. It's brought a lot more people out. You know what I'm saying? It's made it so that a lot more people are being found. A lot more underground progressive news shows are being found. A lot of people coming on board. And it's showing a lot of people's true colors. It's showing that, I don't know, can you really have friends in this kind of realm, in this political atmosphere? Somebody said in the comment section, with friends like these, who needs enemies? And, you know, there's absolutely something to that point. So I don't want to make this one super long, y'all. Maybe I'll come back on another video and we'll go ahead and we'll dissect this. I actually want to jump to the parts where he goes mainly after Glenn Greenwald, but I'm running out of time here. I got to get out the door. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video if you like it. If you don't like it, give me a dislike, but don't just give me a dislike. Tell me why you dislike the video, man, and maybe we can come to a conclusion. I don't agree with all the infighting or any of that stuff. I don't think that we need to be wasting time on stuff that doesn't need to be talked about, but we absolutely need to be calling stuff out that needs to be called out. And if you don't see an issue with not calling these things out, then maybe you need some reevaluation of what's important. You know what I'm saying? These things are important to call out. You know, if somebody is being a charlatan, call them out about it. And if somebody's not, and you know they're doing great work, call that out. You know what I'm saying? We got to come to each other's defenses on this one when we're being right. And when we're being wrong, we deserve to be criticized as well. I've had my criticisms of my favorite YouTube personalities and lefty news shows. I've voiced my opinions freely on here. You can go check out my videos and find all my opinions on a variety of different subjects. So before you judge, go ahead and take a look at the rest of my videos there and come to your own conclusions. You know, question everything, folks. Don't just fall for the banana in the tailpipe, as Uncle Tim Black would say. You know, do your own research. All right, until next time, love, peace, and light. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, folks. Information is in the description below. And until the next video, remember, do some kind for somebody else, all right? With all this hate going on, we could use a little bit more love. Until next time, I'm out.